Good morning, traders, and this is your Dax day trade review for today. So, there is a new video brought out yesterday, or on the weekend, Saturday morning, and really just to highlight the trading with a small account. So, for the rest of this year, pretty much not going to be trading my normal account. I'm going to be focusing on a small account, which at this stage is sitting with 7,400 Rand in. The currency is actually irrelevant because whatever small account, if it was euros or pesos or dollars or yen or whatever you're looking for, the strategy still stays the same and the growth should still be the same. So anyway, so we're looking to grow this nice and methodically and pretty much over a year to see where we're going to get to. Okay, so everything is going to be with that. So daily videos will be with that in mind as well. Okay, anyway, the consolidation here is still continuing, and it's fairly interesting because the DAX normally follows the US, and at the moment, I think Brexit is playing a major role in what we see on the DAX at the moment, and the trade war to a minor degree. But I still believe that this is consolidation. The trend is still very much to the upside. You should still be looking for longs until we need to break to the downside quite aggressively for me to change my tune right now. We are sort of floating in and out the alligator at the moment, so a break of this range, the downside, would be the key that the bears would be looking for. But I think at this stage, I had all these buyers here on Thursday, and then we had this gap up and move down. It's just, you can see each day is there's either a gap up or a gap down, and then we just hover inside this range. It's still very messy. It's not something that is exciting me at the moment for a buying or a selling opportunity, to be honest. The only thing that I do have here at the moment is we had this gap up, we had this pullback, try to get through the alligator, and then we're back above it. So I'd like to see some kind of a test, but we may actually just range today, being a Monday, and the DAX futures at the moment is fairly flat. I mean, all the markets are flat except for China. So China's up 1%, but they did cut the repo rate last night. And that hasn't impacted the rest of the markets at all. Okay. What I did notice this morning, though, is the Euro USD did gap up and has a bit of a run here. So let's move that to an hour. So we did gap up and we got a bit of run coming off a 200 EMA on the 3 hour at the moment. And the DAX does normally follows the Euro. So if the Euro is going up, it typically goes up as well. But I haven't seen that recently, but that may also kick in sometime. So for me, DAX is still not something I'm that keen on right now. There's just too much, there's way too much going on here. We've got gaps all over the place. There's a gap here, there's gaps up there. And we could have another measured move here. So this was the move consolidation, and a move to the upside, which would basically take us back to the top of the range. But I think for me at the moment, I'm not really interested in the DAX right now. I think the Dow has got a little bit more in it at the moment, and we'll see what the Aussie's got for me as well. But the DAX right now, definitely not exciting me much. Okay, if I look at the 12 minutes, we did break through the alligator here back and tested it. So there could be an opportunity here for a long with a very tight stop, something like that. And that's a 25-point stop loss. So that may play out, but you've got to keep in mind that you're in a range and you're slap bang in the middle of the range at the moment. And whenever I see that, I get very, very cautious because it's a 50-50 chance of it going up or down. And normally when I try and guess it, it will move to the opposite direction that you're trading and also break the range and just trigger all your stops. So I prefer to wait for top or bottom of the range and see the price action from that point. At this stage, there's no guarantee, or there's no probability to the upside or the downside. We're genuinely 50-50 at the moment. Okay, so anyway, in other words, it doesn't look like I'll be trading a DAX today at all. If we just focus on Ichimoku 12 minutes with the DAX, there's probably an opportunity pointing up, quite a bit of support to the left. Bullish, 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 everything's bullish. So, and we've broken through this fractal level here. But look at the sellers that stepped in there, and we're back in that area. So I would be fairly cautious until we get through that level. And this level does look like a bit of an inverse head and shoulders. So shoulder, head, shoulder. So I think, you see I'm already changing my tune. See how the open goes, but if we do start breaking above that high there, if we get a 12-minute close above 13,250, you then have a head and shoulders target, and I'm just going to use this shoulder neckline here as my target area, and just put that in. And then let's just quickly on the half hour. Okay, half hour we do have a bullish, but we've got diversions. Never like diversions like that. On the hour, we have just got a crossover. We are through, and we're busy with a twist. Okay, so Ichimoku is indicating that there is a potential move to the upside, but just bear in mind we've been flirting with Ichimoku for a couple of days now. So I see the other thing that we have here is we have a mini trend line here, which may be breaking as well. Okay, so, and you can see this target is top of range. Pretty interesting trade that's. So it's a 67-point trade. Not really worth it risk to reward, because you'd have to bring your stop here for a one-to-one trade. And the logical thing to do would be to have your stop below the bottom of the range, but that's like 120 points for 67 points. Doesn't make sense. So if you do take this trade, which I'm probably not going to do, you're going to want to do it off for 12 minutes, so your stop is going to be below these fractals here. And then you're looking for the head and shoulders top of range as your target area. Okay, just get to the 4 hour, let's get rid of the noise. So if you look at the 4 hour, you can see Kijun Stevenson, that's bearish. Chico Span is kind of bearish, sitting in price like that, but we've got a lot of support, which is bullish. Okay, and on the daily, still extremely bullish, with everything pointing straight up. Okay, so yeah, I think there's nothing really here that's exciting me. If you are going to trade this, it'll probably be the 12 minutes. If I'm around and I've got time to look at it, I will look at it. But it is Monday, and there's normally not really decent setups on a Monday unless some news comes through. But at this stage, there is this little inverse head and shoulders, so I think that's the one that you want to be paying attention to. And you've got a fairly tight stop. You could actually, if you're using the 12 or 15 minutes, just use the bottom of the cloud as your stop. So it's a 45-point stop loss for 67-point gain. So that should be fairly decent. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's kind of my view on the DAX at the moment. But until this bigger range breaks, I think I'm very cautious on the DAX. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.